Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kevin Costner's drama with Yellowstone explained after shock departure. Kevin Costner was the leading star on Yellowstone until his shock departure after the end of the first part of Season 5. The hit Paramount series first aired in 2018 and followed the Dutton family, led by Kevin Costner's John Dutton, who controls the largest contiguous ranch in the United States. The land is under constant attack by those it borders, including land developers, a Native American reservation, and America's first national park. At the end of Part A of the fifth series, the head honcho of the Dutton family suffered a tragic demise, which Kevin claimed he learned about at the same time as the show's viewers. There have also been reports of a lot of drama behind the scenes as well as contract issues. In early 2023, it was claimed Kevin left Yellowstone after a fallout with the show's creator, Taylor Sheridan. Despite signing a contract for 2 more seasons, it was reported they rode over his filming schedule for his other passion project, Horizon. However, Kevin's lawyers shut down the claims the actor was only available to film for a short time. They said, "The idea that Kevin was only willing to work 1 week on the second half of Season 5 of Yellowstone is an absolute lie." More rumors circulated about the behind-the-scenes of the show when Kevin failed to make an appearance at the Paley Fest in April 2023. The president of scripted content at MTV Entertainment Studios, Keith Cox, discussed him at the event, explaining, "We are very confident he will continue with the show." Kevin officially quit the show shortly after. Taylor later discussed the drama and Kevin's exit in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter. Taylor said, "My last conversation with Kevin was that he had this passion project he wanted to direct. He and the network were arguing about when he could be done with Yellowstone. I said, we can certainly work a schedule toward his preferred exit date, which we did. I've never had an issue with Kevin that he and I couldn't work out on the phone, but once lawyers get involved, then people don't get to talk to each other and start saying things that aren't true and attempt to shift blame based on how the press or public seem to be reacting. He took a lot of this on the chin, and I don't know that anyone deserves it. His movie seems to be a great priority to him, and he wants to shift focus. I sure hope the movie is worth it, and that it's a good one." Kevin soon claimed he thought he was going to make 7 seasons, and would have loved to return as John. Speaking to Entertainment Tonight, he previously said, "I thought I was going to make 7 seasons, but right now we're at 5, so how it works out, I hope it does, but they've got a lot of different shows going on. Maybe it will. Maybe this will circle back to me. If it does and I feel really comfortable with it, I'd love to do it." In May 2024, Kevin told press he made Yellowstone his priority and was disappointed the production didn't defend him against the fallout reports. He said to Deadline, "I haven't felt good about it the last year. What with the way they've talked about it, it wasn't truthful. I made a contract for seasons 5, 6, and 7. In February, after a 2 or 3 month negotiation, they made another contract. They wanted to redo that one, and instead of seasons 6 and 7, it was 5A and 5B, and maybe we'll do 6. They weren't able to make those. Horizon was set in the middle, but Yellowstone was first position. I fit Horizon into the gaps. They just kept moving their gaps. If you know me well enough, I made Yellowstone the priority, and to insinuate anything else would be wrong. I did not initiate any of those things. They did. They were doing a tap dance. I don't know why they didn't stick up for me. I left my movie to be on time for them for 5B. I left exactly when they wanted, and it made it hard on me. It turns out they didn't have the scripts for 5B. Meanwhile, director Christina Voros was bewildered by Kevin's character's sudden exit, but called it a brave decision. She said of his character's suicide at the end of last year, "I can't talk to the decision. It's Taylor's world. He made the bold decision. It's a tricky question because I don't want to foreshadow anything that's coming, because it has to do with the writing." While the cast and crew celebrated the premiere of Part B of the final season at the MoMA in New York City in November last year, Kevin was nowhere to be found. When the first episode of the final part aired, John's son Jamie, played by Wes Bentley, announced his father died by suicide in a scene with reporters. In light of the twist, Kevin spoke candidly about his unexpected departure from the fan-favorite series on SiriusXM's podcast, The Michael Smerconish Program. "Well, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I didn't know it was actually airing last night," he also said. "I heard it's a suicide, so that doesn't make me want to rush to go see it." The news hit like a tidal wave, leaving fans of Yellowstone stunned and struggling to make sense of the aftermath. Kevin Costner, the star whose portrayal of John Dutton anchored the entire show, had unexpectedly announced his departure from the wildly successful series. While the announcement was already enough to send shockwaves through the entertainment world, it was the drama surrounding his exit that captivated the media for months. Here's a deeper dive into the reasons behind his departure and the tumultuous aftermath that has unfolded in the wake of his decision to leave. The star who became the show. When Yellowstone debuted in 2018, it was immediately clear that Kevin Costner's role as the patriarch of the Dutton family, John Dutton, was going to be pivotal. His grizzled yet deeply human portrayal of a man struggling to hold onto his family's legacy, while battling both internal and external forces, was a perfect fit for the gritty Western drama. Costner's immense star power brought a level of gravitas to the show, and his character quickly became one of television's most iconic figures. The success of Yellowstone was unprecedented. What started as a cult hit soon turned into a cultural phenomenon, garnering legions of fans who tuned in for every new episode. As John Dutton, Costner became a central figure in a sprawling narrative about power, land, and the lengths one will go to in order to protect what they love. His character's complex moral compass and unyielding love for his family made him not just a figure of authority but also a symbol of the traditional, almost mythical, American West. Tensions behind the scenes. Though Costner's portrayal of John Dutton was lauded by critics and loved by fans, things were reportedly less than harmonious behind the scenes. Tensions began to surface as early as season 4, when rumors of conflicts between Costner and the show's creator, Taylor Sheridan, began to circulate. Sources from within the production described an escalating tension between the two, with Costner reportedly feeling increasingly unhappy with his role and the direction the show was heading. The drama came to a head when Costner made his decision to reduce his involvement in the production. In a shocking move, he reportedly insisted on cutting his screen time for the 5th season, citing personal and professional reasons. There were whispers about his demanding schedule for the upcoming season, with Costner wanting to focus on other projects, including his film ventures and his own passion projects. His reduced screen time, however, created a vacuum, and the show's balance was upset. Sheridan, known for his strong vision and uncompromising nature, was reportedly frustrated with the constant changes, leading to a rift between the two. Costner's fans initially rallied behind him, but rumors of his unhappiness with the show became harder to ignore. Some insiders speculated that Costner's decision to step back was a sign of creative differences between him and Sheridan, who had written the role of John Dutton with a very specific vision in mind. The departure. In late 2024, the shocking news broke that Costner would be leaving Yellowstone entirely. The official reason given for his exit was a mix of creative differences and personal reasons, though whispers of Costner's discontent had been growing for months. The departure came at a time when the show was at its peak, with millions of viewers eagerly anticipating the continuation of the Dutton saga. The news sparked an outcry among fans, many of whom felt betrayed by the sudden departure of the show's central figure. While the official statements from Costner's team and Yellowstone producers painted the situation as amicable, it was clear that the fallout would be far from smooth. The departure left a major gap in the show's narrative, and the writers would have to scramble to find a way to keep the momentum going without the show's most recognizable face.